I'm here with famed archaeologist Dr. Gonzalez to find something big. This must be the spot! This must be the spot here. The spoon should do the trick. This spoon must do the trick. Crikey! It's a velociraptor! We got a fresh meme here, boys.
I'm Dr. Ravi Kumar, and this discovery by Dr. Gonzalez is a monumental discovery indeed, because this represents the future of humanity. Every day, on phones, computers, tablets, you find people communicating using these pictures, using videos, using phrases that are so popular and that are so funny that people love them. And this is why memes have survived today. According to Richard Dawkins, memes operate on a survival of the fittest basis. And they are indeed the ones that survive. The ones that survive are the ones that people use every day. And this is why they've become so popular, because their survival has allowed for them to thrive. Just as memes go, according to Richard Dawkins, they act like genes. The surviving ones are the reproducing ones, and those are the ones that remain over time. And it is why memes like this have survived and stood the test of time. We will discover how memes work, what a dank meme is, when memes go bad, dead memes, when memes have been mercilessly murdered by the very crowd that creates them. We will learn exactly how important memes have become in our daily lives, and why memes are the most effective means of communication today.
To Memeology 101.
In Memeology 101, we will study the life cycle of three kinds of memes.
We have the evergreen meme, the dead meme, and finally, the dank meme.
So let's start off with the evergreen meme. So here, as you can see, we use the example of the velociraptor. And so an evergreen meme is like an evergreen tree. An evergreen tree keeps its leaves for year round. And similarly, an evergreen meme is still living despite the changing times.
It's always popular in terms of changes. As you can see on the graph, the velociraptor has had its dips and peaks. However, it has plateaued, and its decrease is not that significant.
So even though it has declined, its relative popularity will stay the same over time, and it'll always remain popular. Because, so logically, the velociraptor, for example, it's just a picture where you can add a bunch of funny phrases. And this is similar with the Rickroll or the troll face, which you can use in a variety of contexts and purposes.
Next, we have Dan Quayle. Now, Dan Quayle was a person who was popularized in the late 1990s to the early 2000s. Basically, he misspelled the word potato. Now, with the resurgence of stupidity recently, Dan Quayle's achievements have been rendered obsolete. So now, as you can see, his searches have basically become zero.
So dead memes, they're not necessarily totally extinct, but the peak of Dan Quayle's popularity would have been in the 90s, not now, because Dan Quayle was mostly popular with the people who actually knew him, who actually lived with him in the same time period. The millennials today, that as in the people that were born around 2000, they're not familiar with Dan Quayle's antics. So even though they're not very popular, they stay somewhat in the picture, but they still cannot match your evergreen memes.
Now you might have noticed I misspelled Dan Quayle's name. That's part of the joke. And finally, we have the dank meme. So in our case, we have chosen Harambe as the dank meme. A dank meme is essentially a meme that has peaked out in its popularity. When Harambe was killed in mid-2016, social media was absolutely outraged by his death. However, people have parodized his martyrdom and basically turned him into a joke. And people have basically overplayed that joke over and over, and hence his decline of now.
The definition of a dank meme can be pretty controversial though. For example, I could define Shrek as a dank meme, and Sujoy could violently say no to that.
No.
But there could also be memes that completely resurge from the dead. For example, the Bee movie was a relatively known movie that came out around the late 2000s. And so you would have seen a peak here when the movie was released, and then fell here by giving way to other movies and other popularities. But as I'm sure that you might have seen, the Bee movie has really sprung up in recent times. And so you'd see a peak again near the present time, where the Bee movie would have once again been immortalized in society.
All right, class dismissed. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello class, today we have an examination on communication.
Okay.
You're gonna need those, because you'll be crying after you're done with this.
Can I do an oral report?
Why?
Because I don't have a pencil.
Okay, fine.
Analyze the social implications of memes as a novel form of communication in the time period from 1999 to 2020. List the changes along with the continuities.
How do you like them apples?
Did you ever teach me this?
No.
Oh, see?
You skipped too many days of class.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
This is pretty hard. Can I phone a friend?
Sure. Gonzalez? Sup? I kicked you out! What are you doing here?
A meme is a picture, and that picture is worth 1,000 words.
In a humorous way, you're trying to act condescending to someone who wants to act superior to you.
You can see a rise of Trump memes in this period.
Put your phone away.
The escalation of the Trump memes were because he was elected in this time period, and people were portraying their emotions towards him because memes are a good way to depict how you feel.
Joe Brewer, a sociologist, says it takes many to replicate an idea.
This results in a living, breathing thing. This is a meme. What's your definition of memes?
Meme is a way of expressing how you think, and it's really common across a lot of teenagers and used by most teenagers as well.
How many times do you use memes a day?
I use memes more than once per day. Like, some people have an addiction to heroin, but I have an addiction to memes. My favorite way of using memes is probably either Facebook or Instagram. But those are easy ways to do it. But if you want like a massive collection of memes, you can use iFunny, although I don't think anyone uses that anymore.
Oh, I see. Do you think it would be valuable to add this in the curriculum?
I think it is very good to have memes in the curriculum. I've seen many teachers use it before, and students are able to understand the concepts much easier because they can relate to it. It's kind of like how a teacher might make a rap to a common rap song. A teacher might make a rap to a common rap song. Like, it's universal through all the teenagers, and I think it would be very helpful in a curriculum.
How's it going, dude?
Good, how are you?
Can you tell me what a meme is?
Meme is like anything that's funny or humorous that you say to make fun of something else.
Do you like to make memes?
No, but I enjoy looking at memes.
Why do you enjoy looking at memes?
Just because it's humorous and it's funny and it's good to poke fun at serious stuff.
If you were to use memes, how would you use memes?
To make fun of Trump.
Nice. Can you tell us in your own words how memes affect society?
I think it helps us see, like, make fun of certain serious problems and just, like, bring awareness, but in a non-boring way.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Memes and joke.
Do you like to make memes?
I don't make memes, but I receive memes.
Okay. Do you like memes? And if you do, why?
They're a good form of entertainment, so yeah.
Nice. How do you use memes?
I think it's just to have and to get entertainment and to present entertainment to others.
Nice. How do you think memes affect society in this age?
All things aside, memes are potentially a new form of communication that bring two people together in the modern society instead of a new evolution on jokes.
Well, thank you for your time, sir.
You're welcome.
Sir, what's a meme?
I think it's like one of the, it's like something basic that you can put any kind of words on it. Like something funny that, like a platform that you put words on.
I agree with that.
Funny.
Do you make memes in your spare time?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like that Dr. Evil one.
Do you like memes? And if you do, why?
Yeah, because like I like how you can personalize them because I use them a lot for like group chat and stuff.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
How do you use memes?
In group chats, like family group chats with like all my cousins. Like I said, the Dr. Evil one with air quotes, I put like self-diagnosed anorexia whenever someone like posts a picture of food or anything.
Nice. How do memes affect society in your own words?
I mean, I feel like since it's like really popular, memes are like kind of a must-have like form of communication now. Like if you want to be even more creative with communication.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Where's my $5?